All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Met. And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Robert Woods, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robert Woods, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Box it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Go.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Rodgers going to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing Jones, buying time to his left. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
51 for Mike, boy, 51. Check back.
First throw now for the backup Manning. He's got Buck Allen. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Irvin to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now on first down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 40 now on second down, Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else.
And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. This is Gallman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And Ingram holds it in. 23 yards on the play. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now their last two drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Rodgers to throw again. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On the return, it's Tate. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Flush to his right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down and leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Jones now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Zadarius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. On third down, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Jones from the gun. He'll throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Robert Woods with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 51 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Shoot.
From the gun, Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now Jones. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 82 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Get that.
On the carry, it's Wilkins. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
10-2, son.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Jones keeps it himself. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Robert Woods there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Rodgers now on first down. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now first down carry by Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On first down, it's Wilkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Gallman. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Come on.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts,
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Tate. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. And the Bucs having little problem in that one. They've just opened the lead a bit further. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they can hold on. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll look to throw. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And Tate's got it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll go again to Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Now Rodgers. Complete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Gallman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On the toss, there goes Gallman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jones now operating from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
26. Boxing.
Here's Jones. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Green Bay, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign, and they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.